is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
This is pretty funny. People keep saying Boogie leaked something, Boogie leaked something, Boogie... First of all, I don't even know what Boogie said because I didn't even know about any of this at all. And then people come to my chat and start saying, Boogie leaked something, Boogie leaked something. Okay, what did Boogie say? Someone's tell me what Boogie said so we can just talk about it now and get out of the way because I don't even know what you're talking about. It's been like 2 days people keep mentioning this. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. What did Boogie say? Let's hear what Boogie said. Ooh, did Boogie have a boogie? What did Boogie say? You're working on a podcast behind the scenes similar to Keem's idea. Boogie and Wings and I have been talking behind the scenes. I say behind the scenes, it's not really behind the scenes. Behind the scenes of what? Our public streams? Why would we talk publicly about it? That sounds weird, like we're sneaking it. There's no sneak talk here. I already told you guys, I would absolutely work with those guys. I already spoken with them way early this year, back in like January, February, about possibly having them on DsP Reacts for interviews and the like. They were actually some of the people I was speaking with about possibly doing that. All that's happened is that we've had further discussion about actually doing a podcast together. Nothing has happened at all. Zero. We have not even literally sat down and had a discussion yet. It's just a DM here, an email here. I think what's happening is they're busy because they're going to have their fight soon, right? Within a week or two. I don't even know when it is because I'm not paying attention to it. And I guess when they're done with that, then we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about this podcast.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin. Gin is great.
He said you cost him and Wings 50K. That's ridiculous. Here's, again, I'm going to say this again. I'll say this publicly again. And I will say this to their face because I think they know this inside. If there was going to be a show with me, Wings, and Boogie, and I decided I don't want to do it, and there was an offer was 50K, each of us was going to make 50K. By the way, I was never offered that. I never had that discussion with anyone. It never happened. I never talked to Keemstar like that. It never happened. It's a phantom offer that never existed, okay? But let's say hypothetically this was going to happen, okay? I say I don't want to do it. So why didn't the show go ahead with Boogie and Wings? Who's the determining factor of the show actually happening? So, in reality, what's the linchpin of the whole fucking thing? You see? If there was an offer made to them and not to me for 50K each, correct? Because apparently that's what happened, because I didn't get offered 50K or anything like that. That never happened. Alright? And if I don't want to do it, isn't that a fucking humongous, insulting slap in both of their faces to say, sorry guys, you guys aren't worth it. Only if Phil signs on is this show happening because he's the linchpin of getting the show happening with the 50K offer here. You guys just aren't good enough to do the show yourselves. I think that's fucked up. I really feel that. I feel that's completely, utterly, 100% fucked up. That if you want to do a show and you think that these guys are good enough to be on a show, just do the show with them. If there's a third party you literally didn't speak to and does no intention of doing the show with you, why am I the linchpin of the show? That doesn't make any sense at all. That tells me, apparently, I'm the most important part of the show, which is fucked up, because I was the one who didn't even talk to anyone about it. You understand? I'm the thing determining the future of the show, but I haven't even spoken to Keem about it. Like, how does any of this make any sense whatsoever, right?
Oh my god, he's drinking sperm?
Absolutely nothing. It makes no sense at all. It's bullshit. It sounds to me like it never existed, or if it did exist, they knew that, you know, Keem knew that I was going to be the one that was going to make the show coherent and together. I'm sorry, but why else would I be the determining factor? Just have the show with those guys. Or Keem with those guys, right? Why not? I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. You know? And by the way, yes, the DMs that I got from Keem literally said, I want you to host a show. That's what his DM had said on Twitter. He wanted me to host the show. Which is why when I said I didn't want to do it, that was the end of it. I think it's kind of fucked up. Honestly. Why hinge all of that on one person, the person who literally isn't involved yet? He had talked to Wings and to Boogie before me. Yet I was supposed to be involved and the host of this thing. Like, okay, dude, whatever you say. So, anyway. It's bullshit. It's never gonna happen. It's water under the bridge because it's never was gonna happen regardless. I wasn't gonna work with Keem anyway. I don't like the guy. So, it's bullshit, and, you know, they can be sour grapes about it as much as they want. it doesn't mean that I didn't have the right to deny to work with Keemstar. I have the right to work with whoever I want and who I don't want to work with. I don't have a problem working with Boogie or Wings. In fact, I actually think sitting down and having meaningful conversations with them about life, about games, about hobbies, about anything going on, current events, could be really fun and neat and would actually be a really interesting show. I genuinely believe that. So why the fuck did Keem have to be involved anyway, right? I don't want someone like him personally benefiting off of the efforts of others when he really isn't going to do anything. Literally won't do it. It won't add a thing to it. You know, oh, I have connections. You fucking connections. You fucking connect to what? Connect the dots, connect 4? You don't have any fucking connections, you fucking idiot.
Oh my god, he's drinking salt.
Guys, again, such an overinflated. You talk about me, I have an ego. You want to talk about a person with a fucking ego. It's spelled Keem. Has nothing. Absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah. Whatever. Again, they have the right to be upset if they feel like I cost them money. They definitely have that right to be upset that they wanted the money, but understand that I'm not the reason they didn't get the money. Keem is. Because Keem literally could have said, well, let's go ahead without him and do a fun show. But he feels like they needed me. That says something. I would be insulted. I literally would be fucking insulted if I were one of them to be told, I want to do a show, but one person who I didn't even speak to about it doesn't want to do it. But so now the show's completely off. What? What about them? They can't do it? It's fucked up. Oh well. But, like I said, we literally have not had a conversation yet together. There's been a couple emails. Jesus Christ. There's been a couple DMs. And the last that I heard, we're not sitting down to talk about anything until they're done with their fight. And then they want to meet and talk and, you know, whatever, which I'm down for, to have a conversation with them about, you know, the scope and what they want to do or anything like that. But I wasn't going to... Oh, excuse me. I certainly wasn't going to, you know, talk about it until they decided to. I don't see the point anyway. I literally... Am I excited about doing something like that? Sure I am. Does it make or break me if I do it or don't? Nope. You know, it doesn't at all. So... We'll see what happens. Maybe something good will happen, maybe nothing will happen, and it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. It would be exciting if something happened. Something different, interesting, a crossover opportunity, perhaps. Right? But let's see, you know? I'm just happy Keem won't be involved. That's all. It's good.
Oh my god, he's drinking Hulk Hogan's sperm?
Oh, and see, and Sith Alchemist says, well, that will hurt your reputation. It seems like Wings and Boogie just want to sell out and be lolcows now. If that's the show, then we're not doing it. It's that simple. I'm not doing a lolcow show. You know, they want to have a serious show of interesting discussion. About games, about pop culture, about life, about news, about anything like that. I'm down for that. A real show. It's not gonna be some fucking dumb show where people pull stunts and fucking do dumb, disrespectful things and degrade themselves for money. It's not what it's about. So if that's what they want, then that's not what I'm doing. I refuse. You know? Or, if they want to be stupid on the show and do that, I'll be the straight man. I'll be the host that keeps the show together. If they want to act like jackasses or whatever, if they think that's beneficial, they can do whatever they want. I can't stop them from doing something or acting a certain way. But you guys know how I conduct myself. And you know that's how I'm going to be no matter where I am or what content I'm putting out. I'm not going to be doing anything that I think is degrading or stupid or disrespectful to myself, my own self-respect, or my audience. That's the other thing, is that anything that I say and do also reflects on my audience. You understand that? My regulars. I'm not going to have my regulars negatively affected because I decided to be on a podcast and now somehow it hurts them. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. I guess we'll see what happens. I have no clue. But as for them feeling bad that they lost 50K, there was no 50K. It never existed. Because if you didn't speak with all 3 people and get negotiations going and offer something, the offer never existed. And it never existed for me, so it literally never existed for them either. And again, why I'm the linchpin holding a show together when I was never even explained or offered the show is kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird. Phil, someone who you don't like is trying to contact you and screaming about you on Twitter. Well, I'm going to ignore them because I want nothing to do with them. Well, they keep yelling, they won't shut up. Okay, so I DM the guy. Call me. Okay, here's all the information. Doesn't call me. Then calls me when I'm on stream. Then claims that I wouldn't answer my phone when I was on fucking stream. I don't even know what he's calling me about. Then later on I found out, oh, you were the linchpin of a fucking podcast. Fuck you. How about that? And fuck off and never speak to me ever again. Because you're not worth my fucking time.
Oh my god, he's drinking salt. Give me some of the salt. Give me that salt.
No, Redfall is not amazing. You're an idiot. I can't believe you said that. I saw it. I saw the game. I watched my wife play it for 90 minutes. It's not amazing. It's really bad. It never existed. There was not... Phil, Boogie, and Wing sat down in a room with Keemstar, talked about a show, had a conversation, had contracts out, negotiated. You know, this never happened. Literally, the conversation never even fucking happened. It's nonsense. It's bullshit. It's insanely unprofessional nonsense. Like, what is going on? Nothing. Nothing ever happened. You wanna know what happened? Keemstar screamed on his fucking Twitter and expected the world to bend over for him. That's not how the world works. He's learning that now, I think. I think he's finally understanding. I don't care about him, and I'm not ever going to do anything with him. I'm never going to answer him. I'm never going to talk with him. I think he gets it now. I think finally. That's why he's trying to now say dumb, insulting things on his Twitter. But, like, again, he knows he fucked himself with the way that he behaved, and he knows I don't fucking waste time on that shit.
Oh my god, he's drinking AIDS.
If he doesn't know, how could he not know? How many times have I said it? How many times have I said, I'm done, I'm not working with that man ever on anything, in anything. Like, literally, never will I ever speak directly to him ever again. He had his one conversation with me he will ever have on the Side Scrollers podcast. That's it. I will never speak to the man ever again. If he comes into my chat, it's a permanent ban. If he tries to contact me, I ignore it and I block. I want nothing to do with him. Zero. Literally, zero interaction. If I go on this podcast, if we do a podcast together, me, Boogie, and Wings, I will never be on the show if he shows up. I will tell them I abstained from that episode. I have nothing to do with this man. I'm done with him. There you go. Now, can we begin? Shall we begin tonight? I think we've derailed enough. But now I've said my piece, I don't want to talk about it anymore either. Like I said, we're supposed to, again, supposedly there will be further conversation about the possibility of a show or something between me, Boogie, and Wings after their fight, whenever it gets arranged, alright? I'm basically just sitting and waiting. I'm, you know, my attitude is business as usual with me until I hear anything otherwise or better. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see what happens. Okay?
I really think that he watches too much WWE. Because it feels like... No, I'm not lying, dude. It feels like... It really feels like he tries to make his channel like that, where it's full of drama. It's all drama, right, yeah. So that he can get more views.
Yeah, and we're feeding into it right now.
Create controversy and we are. We're feeding that's into me.
It like I said, he's still finding ways to monetize us after all this time. What?
Yeah, he enjoys that. He lives by that.
There's still this back here, and it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Still has indoctrinated children who send him money. Blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory. But I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.